This just in, Joe Biden was just struck with an aerial assault, thanks to Mother Nature. Take a look.
Hyperbole. It's about being made in America. A lot of that has to do with this industry. A lot of that has to do with this industry.
I'm sorry. I really could not help myself with that one. Aerial assault on Joe Biden. Bird literally shits on the president. It's kind of ironic, though, because the president has been shitting on the American people ever since he got into office. But don't worry, they're already calling it fake news. It's not really bird poop. Nope. The White House is now saying it's just corn. Take a look here. Redstate.com. White House has explanation for the bird poop on Biden. It was corn. It was corn. Now I'll just say this. I'm not an expert, so I'll leave that for you to decide. Either way, I still think it looks like shit. Now, before I get into the report, I want to give a quick shout out to my partner at noblegoldinvestments.com. If you guys haven't converted your 401k or gotten a Roth IRA, now is the time to really do that with the economy going down the tubes. Today is the day to do that. And right now they're giving away this 3-ounce silver coin. This thing is awesome with any approved IRA or 401k. So give them a call. Let them know you heard it on Lisa Haven. All right. So lots of stuff is happening right now with the economy. As you know, inflation has gotten to a crisis level, and Joe Biden and the White House and pretty much all economists are all stating that things are going to get worse. Take a look here. The first one here. CBS News, inflation accelerates to 8.5 in March, highest since 1981. Now, I actually agree with this Gateway Pundit article here where Dr. Pete Navarro is saying inflation today under Biden is just as bad as it was at the end of stagflation in the 1970s. And I wholeheartedly agree. Not only that, we also have this one from Gateway Pundit, Biden economy. The average American lost 2.7 in earning power in March due to Biden's inflation. We also have CNBC supplier prices rose 11.2 from a year ago in March, the biggest gain on record. I don't believe we have to convince anyone that we're in a major inflation crisis here. There's already talk of depression, recession underway. I think we're already at that level. But right now, the bottom line is the Biden administration, instead of doing something about this crisis, they're instead blaming Putin. It's all about Putin. Putin did it. Putin did it kind of like, Russia, Trump was in bed with Russia, the whole Russian collusion. They called news sources all over the planet Russia conspirators. And now let's just never fear. They're blaming it on Russia yet again. It's just nonsense. Take a look here at theblaze.com. Jen Psaki warns economic report will show extraordinarily elevated inflation and puts the blame on Putin. Even many leaders are saying and backing the whole fake Putin claim. And here it is, Jesse Lee, senior advisor for communications to the National Economic Council. Here's what he tweets out. Putin and Senator Rick Scott are fully in lockstep, blaming Biden for Putin's price hike. So surprising, he says. The only problem is he's 100% wrong. This is not happening purely and solely because of Putin. Take a look at what was tweeted right underneath him by Andrew Follett. And I love this. And he shows the chart. Here's when Biden took over. And you can see 2020, about January 2021 here. The second he literally took office, we have an explosion of inflation and consumer inflation, the highest in 40 years. It goes up, it goes up, it goes up, it goes up. Putin invades. Oh, wait, this is all Putin's fault, but Putin didn't invade till just a couple months ago. Wait now, it's Putin's fault. Don't worry, here's an even better chart. You guys are going to love this. And this is awesome. I'm going to see if I can blow this up a little bit. This picture here. And what I want you to notice is the blue line is the wages, like wages are getting better versus getting worse. So under President Trump, wages were increasing, getting better, that blue line. And under President Trump, inflation was steady and also declining. However, Biden gets in and bang, it flips. Wages go down and prices go up. Inflation skyrockets. So much for Jen Psaki's claim of Putin's inflation. And you know what? The American people aren't falling for this crap. They're really not. We've got the stats to prove it. All you have to do is plug in on your internet search engine inflation since 2017 all the way through current year, and you can see during Trump it was all fairly steady and going down even, and then Biden gets in and bam, it's all Putin's fault. But here's a poll showing that the people are not believing Joe Biden. This, by the way, is a NBC poll. Here it is. Biden's job approval falls to the lowest levels of his presidency amid war and inflation fears. Now, here's the actual poll here. Who's to blame for inflation? And you could see the yellow color right there. President Biden and his policies. 38% of people believe Joe Biden is the reason for the inflation. Ergo, red wave, midterm elections, assuming that the Democrats don't do something desperate. Check out yesterday's report on those. But that said, things are so bad right now in the U.S. There's also rationing happening already. And I warned about this. I told all of you inflation was coming. The Joe Biden administration wanted to say it was transitory. It wasn't. The Joe Biden administration wanted to tell you, oh, it's no big deal. They lied and they lied and they lied. I did not lie to you. I have been telling you the truth and been warning about it for quite a while. And it's here. It is absolutely here. And rationing. I even talked about rationing a while back, and now rationing is here as well. Take a look. And it's going to get worse, by the way. I do not see this getting better. So please make sure you are prepared. Here's Wall Street Journal. Baby formula shortage prompts rationing at Target, at Kroger's, at Walgreens, and CVS. And of course, there were some recalls on that, but that's not the only thing. We saw rationing with toilet paper and other goods during the pandemic, and all of that I believe is going to come back, and especially within the next couple of months, because it takes kind of a few months for things to catch up, if you get my drift. So please make sure you are prepared. Meanwhile, the Biden administration is talking about fixing inflation with price controls. This is not a good idea, by the way. He always makes things worse, and he makes them worse on purpose. Here it is. Forbes. Will Biden enforce price controls to fight inflation? And here's what it says. There is growing talk that if inflation doesn't ease soon, the White House may impose temporary price controls on voter-sensitive products such as beef, chicken, gas, heating oil, and various prescription drugs. Now, I actually agree with this part on Forbes when they say this. The episode of What's Ahead explains why such a move would be disastrous. Several thousand years of experience demonstrate that controls do not work. They make things worse because they attack the symptoms, not the underlying cause, which is the lowering of the currency's value. Price controls end up exasperating shortages. And if Biden gets his way, I guarantee you we're going to have massive shortages if they start implementing these price controls. We are gone if that's the case. So let's just pray that they don't have some stupid harebrained idea. But meanwhile, the Biden administration is doing everything in his power to make it worse. He's even still trying to promote and push his Build Back Worse plan, which would only pump trillions of more dollars into our economy, exuberating and making worse inflation. The more money you pump in, idiot, the worse it gets. This is just the way it is. Anyhow, I wanted to bring you the latest on all that information. Lots of things going on, and I couldn't help myself. The bird poop or corn, whatever it is, on Biden. It really goes to show, I think, just his... I think it's a metaphor, if you will, of his true nature. He gets shit on, and an irony when he's shitting on the American people. Anyhow, I love all of you. I'm Lisa Haven, signing out.